It all started on a silent night, watching old footage tapes, spinning back when beats of y'all skipping like a hide the lights. He trying to fight, he hiding like pillow rays. Why you trying to swing it while I'm trying to light this Indo haze? Kimbo blade, slice of an essential page of life, an instrumental stage. He'd overwrite to catch the ball game. He had the time to say, car crash in memory lane. She's switching dialect with match. She go the street from classy. When we laying upstairs, don't even ask me. He smirking car passing outside. The beat was nasty, but it's sweet like taffy. On the precipice of making up, felt a slight tremor. Had the edifice shaking up, accompanied by 3 loud bangs. Now they racing upstairs, unprepared to see if the baby's waking up to their surprises. And they're levitating his trucks while he floating in midair with arms placing the crux on this one side of his room where it was raining too much as dark clouds hugged the ceiling. Thunder rolled from his soul, the sound was unappealing. They hit the ground kneeling close enough to pick their jaw off the floor. Profound feeling, they both stopped so amazed that to the left his toy train just dropped on the train tracks. Too shocked to explain that. If every month's a circle, he done ran about 8 laps. The soul was navigating his plane without a maze map. The air was spiral circle, his crown without a wave caps. He rose and tried to grab him real slow. You'll always stay back. It's when they heard her from outside. It's just a stray cat. He giggled, yawned, and everything fell. He just lay flat. Rolled his mother, sang him to sleep. I need a late snack. Wheels turning in his cranium too fast. Orange juice with pulp, he poured it straight in a used glass. They hit up they booze stash. The liquor was too brass. He's really no drinker. Made exception for this. As she joined in the kitchen, had their heads in a twist. What's the mean? Cut the scene. We ain't ready for this. So they sat and watched the movie, ate a Mexican dish. As he reached and grabbed the phone that was next to his fist, caught his main man Johnny. They still cool. His thoughts inside his brain ran. Finally ring, that's a native course. Wiping the tomato sauce from off his beard before his ear was hit with the grenade he tossed. Switching back to pacing forth, meditating, facing off, incense burning, made him cough. And many questions pondered while he sits in the stool. Will he electrocute somebody if he swims in the pool? With his power, will he listen when we give him the rules? Should we send him to school? What's his energy fuel? It is what the master meant then about the beauty that he could bring to the world by Johnny yapping over needless things like using them for battery jumps. And no one needs a string retrieving rings from out of the drain below the ether spring for moving heavy things. You can charge a levitation fee. I regret calling you, he thought, but said okay, I see. Let him talk while he daydreaming about things that came to be. Prophetic vision series made to see that made him flee. Daughter, he was too afraid to open, hid away the key. But that brought him to a flashback. The room turned dim in every corner of it abstract. The night he got the glow, his senses heightened like a jam-packed city getting ransacked. Critters in the sand trap, hourglass toasted on the roof above the land tap. Let the rhythm hit him if a villain wants the man's mask golden glow. Folks below shivered who we glanced at remain anonymous a few years until the plans hatched. Notoriety just appeared as camera scan fact developed into fixed and blood addition made it stands cap for many who had seen the footage of the glowing man wrapped in legend lore. Few who ever saw it, people stand clapped of everyone he met. He saw visions when his hands dapped. Random acts of heroism, meddle with the bad rats who mess with him and try to plant heroin in his knapsack. Discovered it's the factory, and more than just a bad batch. Knew they throw a blow before they swing a ready jab back. Followed by agents claimed his energy was hazmat. Started hitting faster home, listening to jazz tracks. Head nodded like the bull be on the lamb's back. Miles Davis doing sit-ups to keep his abs flat. And every time he went and did a selfless deed, his cells agreed to elevate his level again, and he surpassed that. One night he heard a whispering sound as he was levitating, felt his feet lift from the ground, while the spoken riddles what exists if it isn't found profound. Now think deep, did birth create you, reveal you? Heard his old master's voice explain the unrevealed clue that led him to a natal chart reading that was real true. Much he started studying the angles of the wheel zoo, looking for answers when his wife was getting real through her, acting like she healed on the surface. It's surreal too, walking through life with feet dragging, wearing steel shoes. Circuits of the years flew, searching with no real clue to the stomach why, but what's inside emerging like the seal glue. The thunder cried they son arrived, the watery home birth. Shocked when they first touched him, dried him off and he glowed when he nursed. Their tongue was tiny, stunned their eyes, the oral he spoke first. Query his son tried for the rare, but what they didn't know, across the world another child was born with a different glow. Their lives ran parallel, with destined to cross path, back to his meditation as he stepped through the thought grass. His cherubims walked past while singing at the entrance to the heavens won't cause cash. Switching fast forward to the present time, he stepped in line on which the passport and he tipsy off one sip he had and gripped the glass awkward. Glasses in the hand, not an A to C, the baby 3. Doing this is cue the missus who done let an angel free. She smirking while he working, trying to learn about the ABCs impatiently. Drew his first letter and he made it Z. If I plant seeds in his mind, one day they'd make a tree. Decided homeschool will be fine. They'll say he's ADD. She disagreed the way his eyes slighted. He was made to ski and insisted anyway. That created a split. And over time the gap widened more than they could admit. So we're in their mind, they pondering if they should just quit. Ever since you started glowing gold, you think you the man. You sure as thought so when I saved you, put this ring on your hand. You ain't even have a brush, asking me for the moves. Finger painted things get layered as he reached for the fuse. To diffuse the situation while she reached for the booze. To replace the while I saved your life, who asked you to move? If you recall, I wanted a bodyguard, you passed to refuse. His ego grew, so worse hit harder than his own up fist. If he could elevate his mental, she would show enough miss. First she cold, then she caring, he would know when she switched, cause he could smell it on the breath. Did he notice the glitch? Then after this, they both quiet as they fought with a stare. In an astral body battle in the thoughts that they share. As he sets it off, a question slowly tossed in the air. As words became weapons, back and forth with a stare that wrapped eternity in moments way too often but rare. Mental exhibition battle right across in their chairs. They sat motionless and frozen like they lost in the prayer. So their thoughts could flow freely while they fought in the square. Astral body kung fu with punches tossed in the pair. While they dodged and she ain't stopping, he was more than prepared. Because adjustment, it was sorta impaired. He white lotus dip, he barely scratched his aura. He laughed, his wife noticed it, got angry good. Reached for the staff to strike below his bed. Holographic psychic weapons made while in the yoga split. Self-defense classes trained him well to defend. Backflipped and swept his leg, he jumped compelled to the bend. Roundhouse he missed on purpose as he fell in the spin. He smoothly took the staff from her, now it's held to a chin. Kissed the forehead, held her hands and they grinned. A short tussle, an opportunity exercising the thought muscle. At first, he tried methods to stop it and more subtle till he made some points sharp enough to pop the thought bubbles. Falling back to reality, he caught her, she screamed. Back in body, now they laughing like it all was a dream. With roots stemming from a problem way too small to be seen. From Bruce Z to Zeus B, stopped and reflects. While Lil Z was on the ceiling with binocular specs, looking at his pop study astrological text. But stay tuned to the next chapter for what's following next. Superman origin, step into the Z. Swimming the electric waves, Mecca Jubilee. From a young seed that is meant to be a tree. Son of a dragon tail, the epic of a G. Superman origin, step into the Z. Swimming the electric waves, Mecca Jubilee. From a young seed that is meant to be a tree. Son of a dragon tail, the epic of a G.
Fatal blow.
It's happening again. Run!
Run! CUT. That's a wrap on scene 42.
Cut. That's the one. I know you's about to pass that. I know the arguing was fake, but the headache is real.